Hi there and welcome to this eTool video on improving your design. So once we have a design completed, we can start making improvements. It's best to actually clone the design before you do this, and that way you can see the effect of your improvements. So we can then rename it appropriately. And there's two main improvements that you might want to make or consider, and I'll provide those examples, but I mean there's many others, but we'll run with these. The first one would be to swap some materials. For example, we could look at maybe swapping out some of the concrete with concrete with some fly ash, and make sure you match when you are using concrete the reinforced with reinforced, and we might do that for, you can see down here these categories where it exists, the slab and the footings, and you can see here there's a 24% saving, and down here also quantifies the saving, so 8 tons of saving by making that swap. So it seems like a pretty good swap to make. We then navigate back to the design, and the other thing we might want to do is just look at our templates and say, okay, well, what would happen if we swapped out some templates? For example, the aluminium windows. We could go into the template and just record that there's 61 square meters of the aluminium windows. So let's delete that template and we'll swap it out with wooden windows, just to see if that has a positive effect. See, they've had another advantage. In this case, the design life of the building warrants wooden windows over aluminium windows. Not always the case, but there's two examples of changes we could make. The other thing that's an obvious one would be to add some solar generation to the building. So we'll just go for a standard 1.5 kilowatt system that's pretty small. See, that's had a huge effect on the operational energy. It's knocked the operational energy back to 20%, and that was right up at 60-70% prior. So you can see there, if we go back to the building, we've got two design options here, and just by making those three changes, we've actually knocked about half of the carbon footprint out of that building. So a really big improvement, and there's hundreds of changes you can make like that with different materials, different templates, adding renewable energy, changing your operational energy characteristics, and you can see what a difference it makes to the design itself. In the next video we'll learn how to actually report these LCA results so we understand or we can get some good outputs on how the building performs.